There are so many successful people here at Move at the Manor. Fitness influencers, those in the wellness space, brand ambassadors for some of the top brands like Cali, Kinetica in social media and in fitness. So we're going to go ahead and get involved with some of the workshops that they put on, some of the activations, and just get amongst it. It's such a good energy here. There's so many people. So we're actually going to go and speak to some of these guys, get some tips, some insights about how they've built what they've built, the communities, the businesses and the products, get some insights that we can pass on to you as well. Let's go. Gavin the man, can you tell us a little bit more about the whole event in total?
So I suppose the idea came up this time last year. We were all in lockdown. There was no such thing as outdoor events. Our restrictions allowed us to bring 500 people to an outdoor event. So we brought some communities of ambassadors that we work with. We got 500 guys together, absolutely blew the socks off it, and we said, hey, why not bring it 5 times bigger this year?
What would you say to people coming up through it, trying to make things work, trying to do in business?
So look, if you're going to set a goal, stick to the goal. You don't get away with things easy. You got to put the hours in, but absolutely education is key. And absolutely, if you can reach out to your peers, look, learn. That's all right, my man.
Appreciate it, brother. See you soon. Legend.
Is this actually ice? Like, is this like ice?
It's set to 4 degrees.
4 degrees. Okay. Oh.
How is it?
It's all right. It's not too bad. That's it. This is the biggest product placement I've ever done. Got it for the win.
We're with Rob. You've built something pretty special. What would you say to these people who are coming behind you, looking at you at inspiration and maybe thinking, how can I do that?
Easy answer for me, it is focused on building a community and building a community that you help. So no one here actually ever comes up to me and says, hey, I love your Instagram photo. They'll come up and say, hey, I love your videos. Hey, I love your YouTube videos, right? Even though my Instagram is a bigger audience, everyone comes up and say, I love that you talk about these myths. Help me out with your full days of eating. Show me how to track my macros. It's all just about the videos and providing beneficial content.
Yes.
It's like with a photo of my abs, doesn't really help anyone. Like, yeah, sure, it sells a couple plans, get some likes. So focus on providing value and most of all, building a community.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
See you around.
See you back in Ireland.
I know.
Yeah, we made it out of Marbella.
I know. I'm here with Little Penny Thoughts and Nat Kelly. So what were you doing then? I saw you in the tent with the Kinetica guys.
I was talking about mental resilience and it was a very informative chat. Everyone got involved and it's just something very important to discuss.
What would be one quick tip then?
Pencil in self-care for yourself every day. At the end of the day, you can't pour from an empty cup.
How have you managed to build what you've built? Because obviously you've got your own business, you've got your social media platform.
Yes.
How did you get there? If you maybe think about people who see that as a potential career opportunity or they have a passion and they want to get there, what advice would you give to them?
You have to remember your why. So my why when I started in 2015 is the same why I have today, and that's to help others. How did I get here? With the right support from my friends and family. So it's very much a family business, but I was always backed by my friends, backed by my family, and then the community online spurs me on every day. So every positive message, every kind comment, every feedback on our products spurs me on. And it's not positive all the time, but it's about hunting the good and just loving what you do. And I can hand on heart say I love what I do, and hopefully that shines through.
So love what you do, find your why, and just all your values remain towards your why.
Absolutely. It was never meant to be a business for me. This happened naturally. Just my purpose and passion collided.
Love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now Jack and I are gonna go get some food. Hopefully link up with Jordan and Grace and Adam. Maybe play some ping pong, just have a bit of a break. But yeah, I feel like having a burger, so let's go get it done. Here with Jordo, Ecom and Chill, very successful entrepreneur, very wise. First of all, how have you found today? It's been good?
It's been good, yeah.
So you've obviously done some pretty big things, especially very recently. Any tips for wannabe entrepreneurs or someone who is an entrepreneur, business owner, trying to get that next level?
I think it's just important to know what you want. You can't get your goal unless you know what it is. So know what it is and then just become absolutely obsessed with it. Because like if you believe you can do it, you just kind of need to know what it is and then work back to actually get there, right? And just stay super consistent with it. You're gonna come across things that are gonna set you back, but don't think of them as like roadblocks. These are just like speed bumps in your journey. Everyone has them, and just keep powering on and really like leverage your network, leverage the people around you. When I was going through a hard time, I was really like getting close to that, and then I found out who my true friends are. If you need help, don't be afraid to reach out to other people and actually ask for that help, right? Most entrepreneurs or most founders are afraid to actually reach out and ask for help because it's showing their side where they're not so strong.
Unreal. Thank you so much, Jordan.
6, no 6 beats now, come on. 5, 4, keep it rocking, come on. 7 knees, open up those hips. So here we go, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, we're live with Rebecca O'Rourke. You've just come off the main stage. There was a serious energy and a buzz about the place. Before you went on stage, everyone was kind of lounging and sitting and having lunch, and then you and Jamie came on and you're like, right, everyone, let's go. Hit.
Yeah.
Brought that
That's
energy.
it. It's like you were saying, it's like a switch has to go off. Sure, everyone was doing like yoga, meditation, everyone's chill, but then it's like a mixture of the music and just like the vibes. You just have to kind of switch it on.
What advice would you give to someone who's looking up at people like yourselves and thinking, someday I want to be there, I want to build a community and I want to help other people?
First thing is, I think there's a kind of a misconception where people think I'm going to go from doing a course to being an online coach. I think you really have to put the time into working in the gym.
Yeah.
Like be on the gym floor, meet your clients in person, talk to them, learn about them. Every client you have, you're going to learn something new from them.
Yeah,
so
for
like
sure.
when I started first, I did around 12 months in a gym, on the gym floor, back-to-back clients all day. Like it's just a kind of a phase I think everyone should go through before they go into the online world. And then it's just a matter of staying consistent. Like online isn't for everyone. Going from being a PT on the gym floor to being an online coach, they're very, very different jobs, especially for people who do make the transition and then kind of realise that it's maybe not for them. Just to, be okay with it. It isn't for everyone.
Okay, lots of good stuff there. So pay your dues, get the
Yes.
reps in.
Yeah.
And something else you said, which we haven't heard today, is make sure it is what's right for you. Some banter off camera. You've had your moments?
I'm just trying to banter.
Distractors. That's good knowledge. Hopefully people can take something away from that. Thanks so much.
No
You
problem.
did great.
My pleasure.
See you next year. Adam Parr, CEO, director, boss man of Parr Media Group, now running six businesses.
Yeah.
Coaching, a couple of e-com brands, a few e-com brands, and a marketing agency. Cheers, lad. What advice would you give to those who are looking up on social media, people in positions like yourselves?
Spend, whether it's 24 hours or 3 months or whatever it takes, to find an exact goal or target, and then do not get, off that track of moving towards that target. What can happen is, like, some people, it's great to start an agency, but then as you start looking up that content online, you're being targeted by dropshippers, courses, whatever the case may be. So just stick on that path and get that up off the ground, and then start looking at, if you want to go down other ventures as it's up and running, then start moving towards that. But right now, I would aim to lock into one clear and concise path and just do everything, become obsessed with the target,
Yeah.
and then just keep moving, again, one foot in front of the other until you're just moving towards it.
And we also got to chat to Adam last year. He talked about omnipresence in marketing. So if you have a brand, I'll link that video below as well. So great stuff. Cheers, brother.
Thank you, bud.
Yo, so we're just coming into the pod area. There's loads of stuff going on here. There's spin studio, pole class. Rebecca O'Rourke has a hit class. There's a dance class called Fly Fit, Insanity Fitness. There's also a golf fit that we were trying to find. Don't really know if it's still going. We're a wee bit late, but let's see what's going on. Jack's gonna try and chip some balls in. Rim shot. Too high. Yay, you're really good at golf. Catherine McGackie, KM & Co, a virtual assistant, which is obviously you help a lot of people do a lot of things online, social media, management, admin, stuff like that. So built quite a successful business in a short space of time. Can you enlighten some of our viewers how you managed to do that, or any tips you would give someone who wanted to do the same thing?
The biggest tip I would give people for starting out as a VA would probably be just tell absolutely everybody what you're doing. You never know who needs a VA.
It's like marketing yourself.
Everybody, it could be anybody, your hairdresser, your yoga teacher. Everybody needs a VA. Everybody needs help with social media or back systems and things like that. So just tell absolutely everybody. That's my number one tip.
Are you saying that like in a face-to-face basis, or do you throw that up online?
Both. So face-to-face actually is quite important as well. And you never know, like your friends could know somebody else who has a business and they'll tell them about you, about what you're doing, and realise, oh, I could do with a virtual assistant, or that would really help me. But also online, obviously, you have to get out there and show your face on socials. Super super important.
So yeah, like coming to events like this, networking, finding other humans who have businesses and just like putting yourself out there, isn't that right?
Yeah, definitely.
Great tips. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Gonna go see Phil Graham now, deliver some value bombs on business. He obviously owns a fitness marketing consultation company. He is killing it.
On top of that, you need to have rules around money. You need to have standards around money. How much am I saving every single month? How much do I like to have in my bank account as a safety cushion? You have to set standards around this. What you need to realize about price, when you discount services to simply get people in the door to make themselves feel good, you end up feeling out of exchange. And when you feel out of exchange, you actually don't want to deliver on it, because you're like, this is a waste of my time, I'm worth more than this, and you actually erode your self-trust.
Build an incredible business, spend 5 years to 10 years building it, and wait for the bigger opportunities. And one of my friends said this: don't sacrifice an empire for a pot of gold.
I'm with Sinead Hegarty, owner of Braveway, Tranquility.
Sinead Says Podcast.
Sinead Says Podcast, best podcast ever. Best podcast in Ireland, actually, isn't it?
It is #1 in education and personal development. Woohoo! Not #1 because the two Johnnies just overtook me there with the... No, they're...
The two Johnnies! Great day at Move At The Manor. You actually opened on the full main stage, like first person on straight away. How's that?
I don't remember the first few minutes. Like all I could hear was my heartbeat. But after a few minutes, I really wound down. It was fine.
And then you moved on from that. You had a little workshop, more like intimate meditations that you're taking people through, which was cool. And then you actually did the panel. If you were to speak to someone who's an aspiring entrepreneur or somebody who wanted to be in the social media world, what one bit of advice would you give them?
From my experience of having people, clients especially, knowing what they want, a lot of people know what they want and they're too afraid to say it out loud. And people that know what they want but cannot break free from judgment. If you know what you want and you do want to start a business, the first thing you need to work on is your own judgmental detox and understand judgment of others and judgment of yourself. So you need to let go of the judgment of yourself, because you're holding your own self back by thinking other people are going to judge you. The best thing I always did was a little bit of rejection therapy, like going out there and just testing the foot, because your mind makes everything worse than it already is.
Wait, so what, that rejection therapy, like get rejected on purpose to see what that's like?
Pretty much.
Okay,
or just do something that you'll find that people will judge you upon, like talking on stories. People really struggle with stuff like that, and it's more in their minds, and it's usually because other people are chatting about it, like, oh, look at her chatting on their story, when in fact it's just somebody who's confident, knows what they want, and is authentic speaking on their stories, working through the judgment and trying to gain your self-belief.
And one key thing that I heard you say at the very, very start was say your goals out loud, and that's like your whole mantra in life, isn't it?
Yeah, because we've literally been taught, whenever you blow out the candles and your mum and dad tell you to keep your secret for yourself, why not tell it? Because when you tell someone, you're accountable.
Love that, right? Thank you so much. We're getting ushered out, so hopefully we're able to show the vibes of Move At The Manor, and you should definitely go to the next one.
Can I question you? What's your advice for entrepreneurs?
Okay, very good.
Oh, so, look at you!
The script has been flipped. It's quite similar to what we've heard, but it is get a plan in place, get a goal, and make sure you know exactly what it is you want to achieve, because then the micro things that you do, as long as they align with what that goal is, that is how you're going to move forward. So slight edging every day towards your goal, and over time, with consistency, you will make it.
Mark, we have to go because we're literally getting kicked out.
Boom!